There we go, and I am back. Just popping the room code into Discord. Well, that was a great stream. It was a brief stream, that's for sure. Let me just check quickly as well that I've not got anybody waiting to be a friend. No. Okay. It was pure quality. This is true. Let me just see. Let's get rid of this. Okay, we've got people joining. That's always a good sign. I'm just going to give it a moment for us to get enough people. How are you doing, Andre, my love? How are you feeling today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us. Allergy headaches. Ugh. Mold. That doesn't sound nice. I'm so grateful not to really have any allergies or anything. It makes me very happy. Oh, I should go into the voice chat as well. That would probably also help. Let's do that. Cool. I'm in there. Bear with me. Oh. Early June, you'll suddenly be fine. Disappear after 3 or 4 weeks. So is this hay fever stuff, or is it other allergies? Let me get this first match set up as well. It's pollen, but you're not sure which tree says plants exactly. Okay, so they must just be in season doing their thing right now. What have I got? Rainmaker. Well, let's go with New Albacore Hotel. It's my favourite Rainmaker one. But hello to everyone who's joined. Side over to everyone's stream. I think we'll probably get started with a 3x3. We'll possibly also have some people coming into streaming chat as well in a moment, because I have got some. I am in the streaming chat on the NintenMau5 and Friends service. We'll see if some people appear. And we'll start with a 3v3. Have you played Splatoon before, Andre, or is this going to be foreign to you to watch? Never. Okay. Cool. Well, you're just here because you like me. Aw, bless you. I'll try and explain what's going on as we do things. So this mode we're going to play is called Rainmaker. And unless I'm much mistaken, here we go, Rainmaker. He goes to read about Rainmaker. And I think it's effectively like a capture the flag one. So we have to, but this is because I don't know enough about I don't know enough about shooters to be able to talk about it really. We have to get the Rainmaker, which is a weapon. You can see it right there in the middle. And then we have to try and get the Rainmaker onto the opposite team's one of those platforms. So we try to get it and take it into their base. Make it rain, absolutely. Well, there we go. So we get points depending on how close we get to getting it to their base. If we get it all the way there, we get 100 and we knock them out. If we don't get it all the way there, then it depends on how far we had left to go and which team is closer is the team that wins. Why did I pick up the Rainmaker? I absolutely hate having the Rainmaker. But I got all the way to 26. That's pretty good. I'm going to see if I can do better than I did last week. Last week, I was absolutely atrocious. It was just appallingly poor, my skills. I feel like I should go over and join the others. But this is probably going to end badly. Oh, no, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. It's not ending badly. Oh, Officer Yif. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, Yif. Oh, 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 oh! Oh, boom! Boom, what a start. You have to do some editing work, so you won't be in the chat, active in the chat, but you'll be here. Thank you. I appreciate it, I really do. Especially this evening. Anyone else who's watching, please do feel free to say hey in the chat. It's lovely to have people to chat to. And I'm going to clear out all of my Discord's gone crazy because I had to restart the team. The stream. Hey, Tobes! How are you, my darling? I'm good, I'm good. Thank you. I think it kind of goes with the lockdown buzz cut, so... Oh, I need to actually say that's good, don't I? So I've actually been trimming it rather than shaving. Yeah, yay. How are you, my love? Oh yeah, mute the stream or you're gonna hear, like, echoes. And you'll also hear what a lag there is between the stream and the game. Yeah. I know one of the OG gang. Yeah. Well, we've not got any of the really, really good players here tonight at the moment. So, we'll see what happens. Which team were you just on for Rainmaker? Okay, so you didn't win. Fine. Well, it took me about an hour and 15 minutes to win a game at all last week, so I'm doing a lot better than last week already. Yeah. It wasn't good. I didn't cover myself in glory. Oh, shit. Shit. Officer Yif's doing a BR bomb. Fuck. Yeah, it's Splat Zones. So for anyone who's watching who's not played before, Andre, if you're still lurking and listening, even though I know you're doing stuff, this is Splat Zone. So effectively this is just a territory control type mode. So there can be one zone or two zones. In this map there are two zones, so we have to take control of both zones in order to run the clock down. Green. I think we're on the same one, aren't we? Oh. This is going to be the end of our friendship if it doesn't end well. Everyone's got different names at the moment. It's really confusing me. I'm assuming that's Yif, who's Trashay. Yeah. It must be Yif's. Well, Yif said he's in, and that one's wearing a mask, so it must be Yif, surely. It's nice to have B for it here as well. Ah! Ugh. Shit. No, keep it green. Ugh. Oh, fuck. No. Stop following me, whoever you are. Fucking B for it. I think May is Aqua. So, yes. I think that's Aqua's new name. Aqua, they're in chat as well, so we'll get confirmation. I'm sure, because they're listening in. We lost control. It's quite evenly matched, though. Oh, shitballs. Oh, yes, it's just... No, 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 no. We can take the lead. We can take the lead. We can take the lead. Fuck, 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 fuck. Oh, shitballs. Come on, green team. Push, push. Oh, fuck. It's going to reset our timer. Oh, let's reset our penalty timer. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fucking shitting fuckballs. As you may have noticed, my stream is very much a sweary stream, so, although you'll just be saying mould, won't you? Mould. Mould. Oh no. There has been so much pollen. I took the dogs out yesterday morning in the park, and I could literally see the pollen floating through the air. I was like, this won't be good for hay fever sufferers. It's all the white fluffy stuff at the moment, yeah. As I say, I could literally, like, see it in the air. I was like, shit. I was like, I'm so pleased I don't have an issue. Yes! Taking the lead, bitches! Oh, I'm super pleased. I'm off to a good start. Hey, Hutch, how you doing? Oh, you said wish, 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 wish. You haven't said will, you said wish, 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 wish. I got 6 kills. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh, oh, oh yeah. Super pleased with myself. You just handed in the assignment. Yes! Is that the same one that you've been talking about for weeks? And you've ordered some takeout. I mean, that sounds like a really good idea. I had pizza. So I'm all about the takeout tonight. Liam's super pleased with his 10 kills. Good work, Liam. Sturgeon Shipyard. Here we go, here we go. Oh, Trisco has joined. Trisco in the house. And hey, Adam. Watching on stream. Lovely to have you here. Meow. Also, what do you think of the cloud super secret network thingy? Gotta stay cryptic. I think it's good. I think it's good. I'm excited. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. You can spectate the next one, that's fine. Of course you can. Oh, your SSD arrived today, Hutch. I misread that for a moment as your SAD arrived today. I thought you were having the same experience that I am. But that sounds good. Your SAD also arrived today. Okay. Oh, and Andre's SAD arrived. Okay, mood. I've had such a nice day, and then it just hit me this evening. I don't really know why, but... So I'm just trying to kind of play it out. Who should we watch? It's Liam. Let's watch YouTube's. Oh, you must be with the NZAP. A classic Tobe's choice. I've not changed forever from what I use. I don't even know what it's called. I just quite like it. All these people like changing weapon depending on mode and map, and I'm just like, I'll just use the same weapon for everything. Makes me happy. Your team's doing well, eh? Haha. Just remember, it's the one where you're meant to ride it. Yeah, ride it, Tobes. Ride it, Tobes. Yeah, it was actually my... Oh, I need to take out the washing machine. That's a good point. It was actually my eye mask that I used to sleep in. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like a big one, because it's, instead of, like, hooking around with elastic, it's like, it is like a scarf-like thing, but it's got Velcro around the back, so it's more comfortable. It goes around my whole head. Well, the top half of my head. Oh, am I talking to other people because you only hear me? Okay. Can you not hear Tobes? Oh, intriguing. Intriguing. Why isn't that coming through? Is it just because it's turned down too low? Tobes, say hello. Is that any better, Hutch? Can you hear that? Nothing. Right, I'm going to check. Maybe Discord's... It's strange, because people could hear the Cat Boys the other day. Are you still getting nothing? Tell me if you're still getting nothing. I've turned it, like, way up now. If not, I wonder if it's Discord being Discord. I might come out of the chat and close it and bring it up again. No, you should be fine. Nothing so far. Okay. Let me take a quick look. It has got stream mode on, but I didn't know it would... Tobe, speak again. Is Tobe's really loud now? Nope. I'm going to leave the chat. I'm going to come back in. It did mute everyone yesterday on stream. You only hear games and me. Yes, I've turned stream mode off, though. Wait, I'm going to be back, Toes. Give me one tick. It also worked yesterday with the Cat Boys, so I don't know why it doesn't want to work now with NintenMau5 and Friends. Let's try this again. Let's see if it'll be any better. Because I'm going to try and stop all of you just hearing half a conversation. Oh, I did remove something from my weight. I wonder if it's what I hid today. Let's try this. Let's try this. Audio. Oh, wait. I know what might be happening. I know what might be happening. Has my Discord changed where it's outputting sound to? Voice and video. No, speakers Realtek are audio. Oh, that's down. Why has that got turned down? It mutes it for you. But it also mutes you. Yeah, no, it does both. It mutes everything. Let's do the bunker games. I wonder if it's because I did that. Let me try this then. Okay, let's try that. Let's see if it's any better. Do you want to try talking again, Tobes? Yeah. Nope, they can't hear anything. I don't know what it's doing. Oh, why do you not want to work? I don't know what I did, Hutch. Wait a minute. Yeah, I don't know why on earth it's suddenly not, because as I say, it was working yesterday. I'm going to continue trying to fix this while you all just hear half of a
I'll just stay quiet for that.
Oh, you just said oh. Hi, he says hi. Can you hear Tobes? Different person. There we go. Well, I don't know why it's working now, but wasn't before.
Now is it magically working? Beautiful.
You could for a second. I turned him down a bit. I'm trying to get the volume right. Tell me if he's too loud or anything, because I haven't had a chance to listen to the mix.
You can turn me down individually. That's crazy.
Well, no, I can turn down that. Not. I mean, I can turn you down individually in Discord, but I was turning down. I don't know how dumb of a mistake it was, because my speakers are showing up the right output, but game audio is a tad loud. Okay. Game audio has gone down a bit.
I am playing handheld today, so I have got no audio today. Right. I'm downstairs.
Oh, there we go. Cool. Right, we managed to get it working. I don't know why. So obviously it's got the right audio output, but it's obviously just not getting it from there for reasons surpassing understanding. So we'll delete the one that I thought was working, and we'll leave this one that's working now. We got it working at least.
What, so now they can hear me?
Yeah, well, I noticed earlier it had the same thing there twice, so I deleted the one that I thought was the unnecessary duplicate. But apparently that's the one that was working. Silly Streamlabs.
That is weird.
Anyway. So you can say hello again, Tobes, now. You can say hello properly to them.
Hello everyone, lovely viewers.
Were you all about to actually just get me some additional professional help, because you were just worried that I was actually convinced that I was talking to my good friend Tobes when he didn't exist?
Just a figment of your imagination, I'm not real. Let me know when that game's ended, by the way, because I'm not near the Switch at the moment.
And if you are a figment of my imagination, then my imagination's done a very good job.
Oh, thank you. I'll happily be a figment of imagination.
Oh shit. Fuck. That didn't go well.
I don't know whether to... No, I don't know. No. I don't know what to have, I don't know what to eat. What can I get to eat?
You've not had dinner yet?
I have, but I'm just being
okay.
and I'm hungry.
Sausages? Have you got any sausages? Tobes is renowned for eating sausages.
Yeah, I am a sausage fiend, but I need something that is like, just, you know, pick up and nibble.
He feels that you should always have 4 sausages to eat at once. Otherwise, it's a disappointment. Sausages. Andre's going to be loving this chat. Andre is going to be loving it.
It's decided that is the premium optimum number.
Does this mean you were disappointed when I told him the whole last night, which had 12 sausages in it?
No, that was pretty decent looking. That was very good. I was very jealous.
It was a really good
gone?
Hole.
Is it all finished?
Yeah, I finished it for lunch.
Oh, beautiful.
I had it with cold beans and cold mashed potato.
Oh my god, cold beans I'm all over, but not cold mashed potato.
I actually, in the end, I mixed the cold mash in with, which cheese was it? It was like a soft blue cheese that I mixed through it, and it was really yummy. And it wasn't like, it was no longer like, it wasn't like fridge temperature, it was like room temperature by the time I ate it, so.
Okay.
That was better.
Perfect. I'm back on my Switch now, so I can see. I opted for absolutely nothing because I can't find anything to eat.
Oh, Alex has joined. Are you ready? Are you back, Tobes?
Yes, I'm ready, sorry, yeah.
Okay, I'm just double checking what I set the code as because I can't remember. 5523.
Oh, at least it's an even four on four now.
Yeah, we've made it to 4 and 4, which is a good start. This makes me happy. Adam says to quote me, misses. Misses is in fact, as Tobes can attest, Tobes had one legendary occasion when one of his colleagues said misses, and right after they'd said misses, his phone pinged. It was me WhatsApping, because it turns out that can in fact summon me if you say misses.
Summoning powers of the misses. Boo, boo, boo.
Oh, we're just waiting on Old Man Joe. I'm very jealous of your face mask, by the way. Your non-improvised face mask.
Oh no, I didn't like make it myself. I did not be improvised, but yes, it was only £8 on eBay. To be fair, so I thought it was a bargain. I was like, Donkey Kong, and it's free postage.
Toby has this amazing Donkey Kong face mask, like classic arcade Donkey Kong. I need to get like a stylish one as well, and hopefully my actual face masks, it looks like, have been delivered today, so no more improvising.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah,
not I'm going to need them all that
stylish.
often, because I'm not going to be out anywhere that requires them that often. So
yeah, to be fair, I think I'm in the same. I'm not going to wear it like too much. It's mainly for shops and stuff, I guess. But
yeah, in closed spaces.
equally, I figured if you get like a funky one, you can always use it for like, I don't know, fancy dress.
Yeah, this is true.
Incorporate it for.
We're all going to have like post-corona fancy dress, aren't we?
Yeah, in masks. I have
Masked
no idea what I was doing
balls.
in that.
Running around
that
in strange directions that I couldn't quite work out where you were going.
Yeah, I didn't know. I've just.
Oh shit!
You know when you're like, just wasn't in my mind. I kind of picked it up and didn't really take it in what I was doing.
Andre says he puts his mask on when he walks into the supermarket, but he uses single-use ones. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on when I walk into the supermarket, but I'm gonna have. I got multi-use ones, so they'll probably just go straight into the washing machine, which is right by the door when I get in.
I didn't even know there was bloody specifications between multi-use and single-use. I mean, I presume I'll just wash mine every time I get back in.
Oh yeah, no, the single-use ones are like paper.
Oh, okay. Not like cotton or whatever.
No. Andre says he would rather wear it properly in important spaces than wear it half-assedly everywhere like most people. So many people keep touching it or pull it off and put it back on, etc. Yeah. Well, we're like in the UK, they're actually only they're currently only requesting within enclosed spaces, because they're saying it's when you can't keep your distance, you should wear one, which makes sense.
Oh right, yeah. So when you can't have the
when you can't keep your distance, that's when you should. Which mostly is shops and public transport. Which is why I wore my improvised face covering today, because I had to get public transport for the first time in like 11 weeks or something.
Yeah, that must have been weird. Was it busy? Was it quiet?
It was.
How was it?
Dead. There were like.
What was it?
I think there were 2 other people in the carriage. It was really. I mean, like the DLR wouldn't be busy in the middle of the day anyway. I was on it at like 1 o'clock, but it would be busier than that in normal.
So are they like the dog groomers are open then?
They've just reopened, so they've just done.
Oh, okay.
They've just done a special course in how they can do dog
Corona
grooming.
times.
Yeah, how they can do dog grooming in a way that's safe for them. So they've got all the measures on. So like they met me at the back door. They're not properly letting you into the shop because the shop bit's not open. And they collected Max and Delta, but I kept the leads and stuff because obviously I've been touching them, and it was all this kind of.
Yeah. Well, okay, that sounds fair enough. Yeah, 'cause it doesn't matter. That
And they have to, and
dogs,
well, no, but the dogs can have it on them, so they wear gloves and stuff while they're collecting the dogs, and while they're doing the bathing. But obviously, once they bathe them, it should have killed any of the virus. Because it's just like with us, soap will destroy it. So And then they disinfect the table between dogs, and it's all these things.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, sounds good. At least you can have nicely trimmed doggos again.
Hutch is saying they can even test positive for it if they've licked their owner and their owner has it. It could be in their saliva still for a while, which I guess makes sense.
Oh, really? Wow.
Well, they can't get it, but yeah, I can see that it could show up in a test for sure.
But they can't pass it on either, can they?
They can pass it on, yeah.
Oh,
because
okay.
because
I
it
thought
can
they couldn't
get
be passed
because
between
like
animals.
no, so it's not really that they would have it and that they would pass it to you because they have it, but they could have the virus on their coat and stuff. So like if you've been coughing around them,
Oh, okay.
just as it would be on your
yeah,
clothes
yeah.
or anything, it would be on their fur.
Okay.
That's
I got you.
that's the risk. And it has crossed the species barrier, but it hasn't to dogs. It's mostly been types of cats that have had it.
Dirty.
There haven't been any as far as I'm aware, last I heard, any cases with dogs at all.
Okay, that's good.
And because a lot of viruses are, although yes, they can mutate and jump to a different species, but they are specific to the species. So like, dogs will get colds, but the cold virus they get is a different cold virus than we get.
Yeah.
So you can't catch a cold from your dog, and your dog can't catch a cold from you.
Yeah.
Unless it mutates.
Doctor, I have a dog cold.
Yeah.
That would be
And they
funny.
get little colds, bless them. And in fact, Max had one like last week, and I was like, oh my god, what are we meant to do? A member of our household has got a new and continuous cough, and we meant to be isolating now because Max has got a cough. No, we don't have to isolate because Max has a cough. But yeah. But yeah, because mostly I'm just out in the open air, and I'm deliberately going out into, I'm timing when I go to the park. I live like 2 minutes walk from a park. I'm timing when I go there to when I know it's not going to be busy, because I'm not working. That's quite easy. So I can go out, because there are people who go out like early with the dogs. I can go out that bit later and go out like 10 o'clock when everyone's gone to do work from home.
Yeah.
I can be out in the park. I'm desperately hoping someone didn't say they wanted to go and spectate. No. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that is good that you can to kind of plan your outings. I think that's what. Well, if I ever need anything from the shop, I'm definitely going either mid of the day or end of the day.
Yeah. Hutch is saying, whenever I speak about viruses, I just cannot stop myself from thinking of the dude who reinfected himself with Ebola by jizzing, which I'd not heard of.
Oh my god!
And it's hilarious.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, when I went to the shop, so last time I went to the supermarket was a week ago today, and I went at like 10:30, 11. So you miss all the people who've gone. Joe is asking why I've put us on the same map again. Oops, because pay attention. So I miss all the people who've gone really early, and then yeah. Oh, he was cured, but it was still in his semen for like 2 years. Wow. Who knew that Ebola could live in your semen for that long?
That is really weird.
It is quite weird. Yeah, and basically the reason I'm going at that kind of time is both because I don't want the supermarket to be busy, but also I don't want to have to queue for ages.
Yeah, no. I know
and I can go at any time, so I might as well go at a time when I don't have to queue.
Yeah, exactly. Or at least minimise the risk of having to queue.
Yeah, exactly. I think when I got there the other day, there were like 3 or 4 people waiting.
Yeah, that's the most. No, actually, that's a lie. I think towards the beginning of very much April time probably was the only time I've had to queue massively. But yeah, apart from that, I've been quite lucky.
Andre is saying it's unpredictable here when supermarkets will be packed at the moment. Yeah. Andre's in Berlin.
Just to be honest, there's quite a lot of people furloughed as well, so that even though you're going at a time when other people could be working, there's also a hell of a lot of people that have obviously lost their jobs still on furlough.
Well, it similarly is a bit unpredictable, because I took the dogs out yesterday at... What time did I take the... Oh, no, wait, it wasn't yesterday, it was another day. There was a day I took the dogs out at like 5. And we walked past kind of we walked past the end of the road with Waitrose on. You know, where normally you would see everyone queuing, and there was literally no queue. And I was like, it's 5 o'clock. Like, I came at 5 o'clock the other day, and I waited half an hour to get in. I don't understand.
Yeah, because you'd think that'd be a peak time.
But I am, as Andre says, I'm sick of people wearing masks in the supermarket and just acting like idiots. Like, especially the other day. Yeah, touching their masks and stuff. And, like, the other day I was in, like, our little local Sainsbury's, and there was someone who just kept picking things up and putting them back on the shelf. And it's like, why are you doing this? Just pick up what you need, and then it will be fine. Like, don't pick things up to look at. And also, it was like, it was packets of vegetables, Andre. It's like, it's not even like, oh, I wonder what the nutritional content of this is. It was actually just vegetables. It's like, you're picking up carrot batons. What do you think is in there? They are carrot batons.
They're like, let me inspect these carrot batons.
Yeah,
I need to say they're the right rectangular shape, correct measurement. Yeah, that is really silly.
For fuck's sake. And there are always the people who walk really close behind you and stuff in the supermarket as well. And it's like, 2 meters. That's the rule. 2 meters.
Yeah, there is some people that seem to do walk incredibly close. And you're like, excuse me, get back, lady.
And I just feel like screaming at them. I just feel like shouting 2 meters, 2 meters, 2 meters in the middle of the supermarket.
Yeah, I know.
Or like they don't just wait. Like I like, fine, I want to go down that aisle, but you're still stood in the aisle, so I'm just gonna stand there and wait for you to move on. Like,
yeah, no, that's what's. And
they decide they're just gonna like burst past you, and it's like, oh good god.
Yeah, if you're waiting for someone and then they just either come through the middle or completely detract from the social distancing, as if you haven't just been obviously waiting for someone to move. Or there's equally, I've had people where you've waited for a considerable amount of time. You know when someone's waiting behind you, and they take the longest time to pick a bag of rice from about 50 of the same packets of bags of rice.
Oh, I had one time in Sainsbury's,
like,
and there was this one person, and they just spent forever looking at the ready meals. And it was literally like the first thing when you came into the store, and I was just stood there with a basket with nothing in it. Because I couldn't get to the rest of the store, and I was just like,
come on.
Oh, Andre's saying, Andre and Hutch are both saying, so Hutch is in Luxembourg, and Andre's in Berlin. Hutch is saying they've got a load of supermarkets where they're only letting people, the bigger shops, you have to have a trolley, and that's kind of how they're limiting the space, which is quite clever. Yeah. Andre says there are some of those in Germany, but they're not disinfecting them. My big local supermarket, which does have shopping carts, is disinfecting them. So I'm like, no. The person who stood there selling when you're allowed to come in and not is also the person who then, you know, every time someone comes back with a trolley, sprays it with the disinfectant and wipes it before you can use it. So
I've only gone for basket shops so far, so I haven't even gone for trolleys.
Well, I just like, I mean, I normally do, it's quite a London way of living that you normally go and do lots of small shops.
Yeah.
So I'm used to like going to a supermarket every single day. But then I've started trying to do bigger shops, mostly because the bigger supermarket near me, it's like I just want a bit more choice.
Yeah.
I'm a bit bored of not having much choice just in my little local Sainsbury's. There's only so many times I can choose from the meals that I can prepare from what they have in there.
Yeah, and they do, I guess, a limited range if they're smaller.
Whereas in normal times, because I'd be going to work, I could go to a bigger, smaller supermarket, if that makes sense.
A bigger, smaller supermarket, I love it.
Yeah. Well, I could go to that. You must know it. There's a Tesco in Soho. But it's like a metro, so it's one of those ones that wouldn't be able to open for long hours on a Sunday. It's too big for that.
Oh, right, okay.
But it's not one of the little local ones.
Yeah, makes sense. I don't know it, but I'll take your word for it.
Andre says an organic store here had disinfectant for your hands when you walk in and out for like a week and then run out. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Hutch has said most of that alcohol breweries have switched to making disinfectant. Fine. I've just been ordering lots of wine and having it home delivered. I'm also just having loads of stuff home delivered because it's just like I've got so much home stuff at the moment. I've got like 8 kitchen rolls and 5 things of washing detergent and 6 things of shower gel, because it's just all these things that, like, when I want to go out, I want to maximise the amount of food I can bring back when I walk to and from the supermarket. So getting all of those things just adds a load of weight, but you can only bulk order them on Amazon. You can't order just like one. So I'm just like, we're just never going to deliver all of that stuff.
Well, at least you got lots of you won't have to get it for a while.
Andre says he's having stuff delivered to a pack station near here. It's a bit like a PO box. You can get the item without human contact. That's good. We're having everyone who delivers to our building, they're just doing socially distanced. So a delivery driver will come in. It's like when the Amazon delivery driver turns up, he's got he's got one of the proper masks, you know, with the filters, and he's got his gloves, and he just works his way throughout the building, and he leaves it outside your door, and he just rings the doorbell as he moves away from your door, so you know there's something there to go and get.
Yeah, I keep ordering stupid things that I don't necessarily need, but I just see things online, nothing home related, but it'll just be like, I don't know, a moisturiser or some kind of skincare is getting me at the moment. And then I'll be like, oh, well, I've got nothing else to do, and it excites me when I get a delivery. So I'll just order this. But it's usually pointless stuff that is not essential in the slightest. But I'm definitely finding myself ordering more random stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I've ordered so much.
We're just at home.
I've ordered so much for my streaming.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just waiting. I've ordered a desk. I'm waiting for the desk to arrive, and then it's going in the spare room.
I love it.
And I'm going to have a new streaming setup in there. So I've already had arrived monitor arms and 2 monitors and you know, so I'm going to have like a proper nice setup.
Yeah.
I also Andre's just saying he's ordered a new keyboard and mouse. I'm with you on the keyboard and mouse, Andre. These are like the most expensive keyboard and mouse I've ever owned in my life. I never thought I would spend this much on a keyboard and mouse.
Oh God, what's going on?
But yeah, I'm hoping I'm going to slow down now, because I think I've pretty much, apart from a chair is the only thing I've not sorted yet for my streaming setup, but I figured until I've got a desk, I don't really need one. I think it might be like a week and a half still until I get the desk, so.
That's cool. I don't know if you saw yesterday, they announced a lovely looking Last of Us 2 PlayStation.
I did see.
And I literally had to tell myself no, because I wanted a PlayStation anyway, and The Last of Us 2 is the only game that really could get me to buy the PlayStation, and I was waiting specifically for them to kind of announce a bundle with it, because I thought they would, but I was like, come on, it's got to happen. And then when they did announce it, I was like, sake, now look what they've done. But it's probably not the smartest move in the current economy, so I'm like, no, I'll be good. But I'm fighting every urge in my body. Because I'm like, no, I really want it, but I don't need it.
Oh, I've got Razer stuff as well, Andre. So I'm really happy with my Razer stuff. I've also got my laptop is a Razer Blade as well, so.
I'm trying to mute myself, but I can't get there.
That's okay. You can sneeze on stream.
Jesus Christ. Literally.
That amount, Andre, is pretty much what I got both of mine separately, but that's pretty much, yeah, what I spent. A similar amount. My keyboard was way more expensive because I got one that's got the sound dampeners, so it doesn't come through too much on mic. Right, we're back round to Rainmaker. I'm going to make sure I pick something that we've not done, rather than forgetting. What would you like for Rainmaker, Tabes?
Sorry, recovering.
Shall I just pick Black
Map-wise.
Betty skate park for everything?
No, do what about thingy? What's it called? Schellendorf.
Schellendorf.
It's always my go-to.
Cool. We're up.
I swear to God, if I sneeze anymore, my eyes are going to fall out. I can't see. I don't like it.
Oh dear. Andre wants to hear the keyboard. Yeah, I mean, it's just Andre. I listened back to. I think I'm quite a loud typer. I listened back to some of my charity stream, and all I could hear was tappity tap, tappity tap, tappity tap, 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 tap in the background, and it really irritated me. So I got a quiet keyboard.
Oh, so it means you can get keyboards where it doesn't pick up the tappy sound.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't pick it up so much. But it did mean I had to. It came with like these little O-rings, so it's got like a little elastic band around every single key, which dampens the sound because they're not.
Okay.
I know I need to get a more directional mic as well. That would also help, because they don't then smack it. You know, it's not plastic against plastic.
Yeah.
But it did mean they didn't come attached, so I had to remove every single key and put them on, which was a fun 20 minutes.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah,
what
yeah.
The hell?
It was a fun 20 minutes.
Was it easy to do?
Yeah, it was fine.
That's always fine. That's always a...
Oh, you got the Black Widow, Andre. Nice, nice. I've got mine's the Black Widow light, I think. But it doesn't have proper chroma. It just does a single color. So no rainbows for me. That's fine. We're not doing very well. Whichever team. Are you on the... Yeah, you're on the same team.
I'm purple, yeah.
I'm blaming Tobes.
No. Oh. I nearly had May.
I misunderstood. Andre is a Black Widow. Ooh, I thought Andre likes to eat them during sex, not after sex. We're going to make Tobe say mold in a moment.
Sorry, I'm half zoned out. I don't want to have to shut my window, but I fear that I must. It's so hot, but I have to fight the urge of being absolutely boiled or not being able to see or breathe because of hay fever. It's a really tough decision. I'm telling you now.
Zones on our animal. Here we go. What time is it? 10 to 9. Okay. I'm getting loads of Catboy messages as well. Catboys are going crazy in the Catboy Discord. Okay,
Were you
here we
one
go.
of the did you see that they announced the next Ninjala beta session?
No, I did not.
Because they're doing them slightly differently this time, where it's in like 10-hour chunks and it's by region. So hopefully they don't have such an overload.
But I mean, to be fair to them, it will be interesting to see what happens. The whole point was to stress test. That's why they want everyone to play in that 2-hour session, because it just shows how well our service can cope or not.
Yeah, true.
This is why betas are limited. I did love that there were all these people being like, oh my god, they should have spread it so the servers weren't so overloaded. It's like, they were trying to overload the servers. That was literally the entire point.
Yeah.
But, you know, they might, hopefully they should be convinced, you know, now they're going for, I guess, a bit more of a real world scenario. You know, now they've done all of this, whatever they've done to improve the server infrastructure, if they go with what they think it will be like in reality, will it work?
Well, let's hope so. It's on May the 31st anyway,
Okay.
so it's at the end of this month.
I'm just like, I just feel like I've got Splatoon. I don't need some
I did manage.
free-to-play, monetized shizzles.
I was one of the lucky few that managed to get one match. um, it was slow. That was the only thing I did. I think they needed some kind of sprint button. But other than that, it was quite fun. The one match that I played. No idea what I was doing, but
I'm not going to lie to everyone on stream, I think I was very much carried through that.
yeah,
I'd be surprised if anyone thought I was anything other than carried. We're gonna go for peak Splatoon now. Camp Triggerfish, tower control, the greatest combination that the Splatoon gods have ever given us. Doggo, Hutch could hear. Could you hear Delta as well then? I assume, if Hutch could hear Delta.
No, I don't think I could, unless it was I might have accidentally not heard it. I mean, I didn't hear anything.
You just don't love her anymore. Why don't you love her anymore?
I've tuned out Delta's noise. No, not true.
Adam says he keeps forgetting I'm playing Splatoon. Why are you forgetting I'm playing Splatoon, Adam? Is it because you're off? What are you off doing? Are you off in Final Fantasy 14 instead? What am I missing out on? Delta? Delta? Do you want to come on stream again? Where's Delta? Where's Delta? Hello? Come say hello to everyone on the stream. Is it Delta? Is it Delta? You're saying hello to everyone.
Oh, she's so skinny.
Do you look like a beautiful princess after being to the groomers today? Do you look like a beautiful princess?
This reminds me of when she looked like a freshly cut lamb when I first met her.
Yeah, she does look like... Well, she's literally been today, so... and she does look like a freshly cut lamb. And she does look skinny. Well, she looks the size that she actually is, because normally her hair grows out and she looks massive.
Yeah. I love it. Where's Max?
I don't know where Max is. Max has been quite sulky, to be honest. I think because of the groomers.
Oh. Is he not a fan of the grooming?
No. No, he is not. So Delta, we had managed to give a home groom to. So she didn't look too shaggy. In fact, you may have seen some pictures of Delta, and she's looked.
Yeah.
They've basically just. She stayed pretty much the same length. The groomers have basically just tidied it up for us.
Oh right, yeah.
So there was that. Whereas Max really didn't like it. Max, he let us do his torso, so we at least managed to take a lot of the length off. And we did. He's normally quite good at letting me trim around his face anyway, because we often have to do that a bit between grooming sessions. So we did that, but he just would not let us do anything to his legs. Mark managed to do one of his legs. And we didn't manage to do any of the rest of his legs, so
that's unfortunate.
So he had like this one trimmed leg and these three really shaggy legs, and it was hilarious.
Oh, that does sound really funny.
Let's see if Tris goes back before I take him off spectate. Turf War, Turf War. I did MC Princess Diaries, didn't I? Let's do Zappy Long Shocking. I like Zappy Long Shocking. In about 60 seconds. Okay.
Oh my god, I've never seen that screen because I've never hosted like a private room.
Oh, you never seen the screen?
No.
Has Liam been on Spectate yet?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Have you been on Spectate yet? At Liam? I can't remember who I was up to. Yes, last match before Trisco. Cool. So it's going to be Akron Spectate. Excellent. Oh gosh, you've all been saying lots and lots and lots. Shaggy. That was obviously when I was talking about Max. Well done on getting some more followers, Hutch. That's exciting. Super pleased for you. Just waiting for Daddy Joe. So do you want to see Max as well on stream? Is this what you'd like? Maximus! Where's he gone? I hear footsteps. Well, poor steps. No, it's just Delta coming back.
I hear the pause.
That was just Delta.
Oh.
Max is probably sulking in the other room. He did this hilarious thing as well. We walked, as I said, we walked all the way to the groomers. It was like a 2-hour walk. Really lovely though. Along the river. So it's a nice walk. And they can be off the lead most of the way. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do. And because it was along the river, there was a nice breeze and all those kind of things. But we got to like 10 minutes away from the groomers, and even though it still wasn't the way we normally go to the groomers, it was a way we went to the groomers and the DLR one time.
Yeah.
Max just started looking at me, and he just had this look on his face that just said, I know what the fuck this is. You're taking me to that fucking place, aren't you? I was just like, oh god. I'm sorry, Max, but it has to be done.
He knew. Huh.
Oh, Beefrib was somewhere here. Oh, he's up there. Ah, panic.
No. I've gone completely the wrong way.
Hutch and Andre are talking about how quickly they got to their streamer their follower numbers. Yeah, Kevin has more followers than me as well. He's like Mr. Popular. I got to 50 quite quickly because of my 26-hour charity stream. I got some really weird people following me. Like, my mother is a follower on Twitch. Which apparently she did because it was easier to watch the stream, but she has now deleted it, so she doesn't hear me saying cunt on a regular basis on stream. Which is for the best. She would not be impressed.
No, poor mother's ears.
Yeah. She would not be happy. She tells me off when she hears me swearing.
Yeah, this is the classic mother reaction, I find. Is this just splat zones? Not splat zones.
Yeah, it's just turf war. Yeah. That's all that Splatfest is, isn't it? Are you gonna play in the Splatfest this weekend, Tobes?
I don't know.
And I guess the important question is, are you team ketchup or are you team mayo?
I mean, in real life, neither, but I would be ketchup because I hate mayo so much. It's disgusting. It's white and it's creamy. You know my thoughts on white creamy substances. Disgusting.
Uh-huh.
Yes, so no, it'd definitely be ketchup. What team are you?
Ooh, Andre says he's team we use real sauces in this house. I would be team ketchup. In reality, I would be team salad cream. Because salad cream is the best thing in the world, and I could have it on everything. Quite happily.
Fair enough.
What if your team we use real sauces in this house, Andre? Which sauce would you be if you had to choose a single sauce to be in a
Sweet
Splatfest?
Sweet chili.
Sweet chili.
That's my go-to sauce for most things.
Did someone leave? Someone left. Joe left.
Yeah, Joe did leave. I might have one more match and I'll probably leave because my nose is annoying me. And it's making me feel sick. I'm like, no, I can't look at this Switch anymore.
So Andre says, here we go. Andre says sweet chili's a good shout. Hutch says Worcestershire sauce. Adam says salad cream is life. Hutch would also like to know why it's called Worcestershire sauce. I mean, because that's how Worcestershire is pronounced. Although, did you see there was there was a TikTok the other day of someone who was like cooking and he called it like Worcestershire or something, and it was like.
No, I did not see this.
But yeah, Hutch, it's called Worcestershire because English is weird. The spelling in English is really weird, and the spelling in English is really weird because Dr. Johnson, who wrote the first dictionary in English, which is when a lot of the spellings became standardized for the first time, was obsessed with the spelling of a word indicating the etymology of the word. So words that derive from Latin should have a Latinate spelling, words that derive from Greek should have a Greek spelling, words that derive from Germanic languages should have a Germanic spelling, etc., etc. So one of the most famous things to point out how ridiculous English spelling is that it said you could spell fish, G-H-O-T-I, if you took G-H as in cough, O as in women, and T-I as in nation, it would give you fish.
Oh my god, that is like so, like my brain cannot even compute that currently. But I'm enjoying that you know this actual specific fact about the spelling of Worcester sauce.
I mean, this is not. I don't really know about Worcestershire sauce, but I mean, I did study English at university, so although I didn't really do language, I just did literature. But you can't not learn at least a little bit about language while you're doing literature. As much as I took as few papers in language as I possibly could, which was none. So. In fact, I did a paper in German rather than doing a paper in English language. You got kicked! Oh no!
Yeah. And it was right when the multiplayer maps and modes been updated as well, so I'm gonna take that as my leave.
Oh, Tobes.
But
love you.
Yes, it was good. It was good. Love you too. It was good playing, and yes, I'll chat soon.
Okay, love you lots.
Bye.
Bye bye. English is so much easier to write though. With German you actually have to pay attention. English is a lawless place. It is and it isn't. There are some bits of English that are really complicated and some bits that are really simple. So our cases are quite complicated. Our tenses are very complicated. But then the declensions of our verbs are really simple. If you think, I go, you go, he goes, they go, we go, you go. Hey, faithful souls. I've always liked German. I like the fact that German follows the rules it sticks to. I always hated French because French was like, here's a rule, and now here's a list of 75,000 times that the rule is broken rather than observed. And I was just like, bitch, please. What was the point in having a rule in the first place? What time is it as well? I need to keep an eye on the time. 9:05. Back to tower control. Aqua observed. So it's FIFA's time to spectate. French, let's not talk about her. Okay. As if your German is significantly worse than your English, Andre. I refuse to believe that. I bet you're a fabulous German speaker. Yeah, I would say that Paris is unlikely next month. Got a bad grade on your dissertation because you had to write it in German. Eesh. Thankfully, the paper that I did in German, or let's try that again. The German paper that I did at university was on German literature, but we got to write our essays in English, so I didn't have to write in German. I just had to cope with Faust Part 1 and some Brecht and a selection of poetry, which was stretching my German skills to their limit, it would be fair to say. Hate German so much, speak with my parents and nobody else. Well, fair. That's, I think it's, you've got the languages to be able to do what you want, speak in the language you want to speak in. I'm all for that. English is so much more comfortable and faster and easier. Yeah. I kind of feel like I should have done, for the paper where I took German at university, I could have done a paper in Italian. And they assume for that paper that no one knows any Italian, so I could have done from scratch to Dante in 2 years, which I think would have been a lot of fun, but I also think would have been a lot of hard work and not really the kind of work I was up for at university. Learning Italian enough to be able to study Dante within 2 years actually does sound slightly horrific. But studying German did mean I didn't have to do an English language paper, so that made me very happy. That's what all of my, all of the people that I know in my course who couldn't speak a foreign language had to resort to doing the English language paper, and they hated it with a passion. They found it so dull. Because we'd all chosen to go to a university where you didn't really have to do any English language and you could just do literature. So, yeah. Mood. Having to do English language. Ugh. English native speakers love claiming English as a hard language to learn, but every single non-native speaker that I know has been doing the same languages as me finds English so much easier. I can get that. I don't think English is that hard to... So I think there are a couple of things that are trickier for sure, but yes. But yeah, I was so much happier doing literature. Like this time, when did I graduate? What year was that in? This time 13 years ago, Christ, how was university that long ago? I was just spending the entire summer reading Shakespeare. And that was quite nice. Just sitting around in the garden at my house at university reading Shakespeare, while everyone else had to do exams. Isn't English one of the hardest languages to learn? It's the same question I get every time when someone finally gets told that I am not a native speaker. The fake accent sounds it pretty well, lol. I'm just checking no one wants to spectate. I'm trying to keep an eye on that chat at the same time. Many chats to watch. Let's do Goose Sponge. It's Alex's turn to spectate. Sis, mute your Discord. Okay, I can mute my Discord again because I've not got anyone on chat with me. Or, in fact... I've muted the 2 servers that are going crazy. Because in case anyone else comes into the voice chat, I want to have it turned on. Let me also... But it's also because I'm trying to watch... We've got a Discord chat for this game as well. I'm trying to keep an eye on both. Notifications are gone. Ba 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 ba. Ugh. I need to just mute. I can just mute. I should just mute everything for an hour, shouldn't I? I bet I can mute all servers for an hour rather than muting them individually. I should just do that for 2 hours on a stream. It'd be easier. Also, I was in streamer mode and we came out of it to try and get my sound to work properly. So next time it'll be fine. Now that I've got the chat working again properly. The voice chat. Yes! Oh, we're doing well. It's the first time you noticed my notifications going crazy. Well, yeah, well, so as I say, it's partly because in NintenMau5 and Friends, the Splatoon channel is very busy tonight, unsurprisingly, because we're playing. So a lot of the others, well, the others are all just chatting to each other in text chat. You're gonna go get your SSD. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Exciting. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Oh, I've just seen your thing about Caesar's writing as well, Andre. Eesh, that sounds hardcore. Plus also Latin. I'm so glad not to have done Latin. Officially speak like 6 languages and Latin is one of them, but you really spoke 2 and you guessed Japanese. I think it's so cool that you did Japanese studies. I'm sure I've done something cool. In retrospect, I kind of probably wish I'd done something like film studies or cultural studies, but probably the type of school I went to, it would have been frowned upon if I said I wanted to go and study something like that. You can still do a cool second degree. I know I could. I'm just not sure that I have the drive anymore. We'll see. Let's see where I am when I finish this round of therapy. Maybe I'll discover a drive for some kind of learning. Oh, okay. We're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're down to 5. Eek. Fortunately, it was like no film or modern culture at all in your Japan studies degree. Okay, that's annoying. I did get to do some stuff in my English degree. I did a paper in my final year. I did a paper on English literature from 1979 to literature in English. It didn't have to be literature from England. Literature in English from we've already done Shandorf Institute. From 1979 to the present day. So I did some. I guess we're down some 2v2. So I did some film and television and stuff in that, which was quite cool. Oh, and I also did... Oh, you wrote all your papers about film? That's nice. That's fun. I also did... I had to do a paper in my final year on tragedy. And for tragedy, you had to do... at least a third of what you wrote about had to be Shakespearean tragedy. And at least a third of what you wrote about had to be Greek tragedy. So you could just do Shakespearean and Greek tragedy if you wanted, but then you could do other stuff. So I ended up writing this. You could also in the exam you could either do 3 1-hour essays or you could do 1 3-hour essay, and I did 1 3-hour essay about Shakespeare's histories and the Theban plays and the works of Alfred Hitchcock. Which is quite fun. Your dissertation developed a unified theory of early noughties Japanese horror. And you got it back and they were like, this is a BA, you're not supposed to develop theories. Screw that. Screw that for, like, a way of doing things. You don't do essays, only papers. I don't know, what does that mean? What does a paper mean in your... As in, like, you only do, like, coursework, you don't do exams, or... You do, like... Are papers, like, longer than an essay? Okay, fine. Papers in writing at home over a 3-month period of research and sources. Okay. Okay. Yeah, essay is more opinion-based and can be done in exam setting. This is true. Yeah, we mostly had exams. So I had... My first year didn't count. In my second year... Over the first 2 years, we had to do seven courses. And we did, of those 7, 1 could be a portfolio of essays. So you would submit 3 essays, but essays that you'd done in advance, and you'd had time to work on and talk with your supervisor about. And 1 would be a dissertation, but 5 were exams. And your final year, we had to do 5 courses. At least 1 had to be a dissertation. You could do 2 dissertations if you wanted, but I only did 1, so I had 4 exams and 1 dissertation. Oh wow, I want that. What do you want? What do you want? You want to study like all of those exams and papers and stuff? It's pretty hardcore. One of the reasons I dropped out was that I wasn't in the mood to have to write full research papers for every class. Okay. But I was also, so I was at a university where we would do, I was doing 2 essays a week, every week, for 3 years, apart from the term that I did my dissertation in. It's pretty hardcore. Lots and lots of writing and lots of reading. What time is it? Let's say, 2 more games, people. You don't mind essays, it's the months of work in each paper that kills me. I need to start, finish, and get it out. Essays take so much preparation and planning, and I hate that. I want to write more freeform. Yeah. Oh, shit, I've literally just chosen the same mode and the same map. But we shall do that. Papers take so much preparation and planning, yeah. Oh, I think essays take... I know, I found it really interesting at university doing essays kind of while I was learning, and then going away, and when it was time for revision, thinking about everything that I'd written and how I could like take all of these different things that I'd written about and pick out themes and topics and kind of combine them in different ways so that I could answer whatever question came up. It was really interesting. Just kind of being prepared to answer whatever they asked. But yeah, I also didn't do brilliantly at university, but I don't really care. It is nice to have a wide knowledge base. It is. I also, the English course I went and did was one that was all about having a wide knowledge base. So in our first 2 years, we could only study literature of the British Isles, so you couldn't do like American literature and stuff, but we did 1400 to the present day. So you did that, and then basically in your final year you could specialise very specifically. So it was an idea of, if you're going to understand anything that's written in English, you need to understand a little bit of everything. Because if everything's influenced by... There's an essay by T.S. Eliot called The Grand Tradition, which is all about how everything is... writing is influenced by what came before it, but it's also influenced by what came after it. So, you know, even if you want to study Renaissance literature, you need to understand modern literature to understand how we... You know that essay, great. You need to understand modern literature to understand how we interpret Renaissance literature. You came up with the book you're reading shortly ago. That's great. I think it's a really, really interesting... Really, really interesting. Yeah, we studied some theory, and I found the theory really fascinating. Well, and it is true, and you do fully agree, because, like, I remember the example that my supervisor gave when we were studying it was all about, like, to take daffodils. There are so many poems about daffodils in the English language, and William Wordsworth's poem about daffodils is really influential, you know, and we can't read stuff that was written before his poem about daffodils without having his poem about daffodils in our mind. It kind of goes both ways. It's like fluid. And all art is absolutely in dialogue with other art, this is true. I think all art is about social and historical context. Without context you cannot understand. I'm interested in context. I kind of decided, I don't know if you've read Roland Barthes' seminal essay, The Death of the Author, which is all about how what the author thinks and what the author wanted and intended doesn't really matter. Yes, you have. Cool. I kind of suspected you would have, given what you've studied and things. Right, we're going to finish on Skipper Pavilion. And I'm I'm sympathetic to the view that the author is dead, and for me it's less about the author being important, and it's more about the context of that audience being important, if that makes sense. So if you want to study someone like Emily Dickinson, who was only, you know, was anonymous in her lifetime, actually who she was writing for, to me, is more important than her context. You got none of this shit from uni, just free time reading. That's fair. As I say, I went to a very, very intense university, so... Moist. Ugh, Hutch just said moist. I think the life of the author and their viewpoints can inform readings, but shouldn't be seen as the only primary reading. I think this is true, and also, you know, I guess, you know, I'm interested in psychology as well, and like the author's intent, the author doesn't necessarily know what their intent is. Hutch has decided to lower the tone again. We're having an intellectual discussion, Hutch, and you want to talk about moistness. Hey, EPW, I'm good. How are you? Lockdown is going okay. You've just come in right at the end of the stream, though, I'm afraid. That's the thing I'm afraid to say. But I might just stay on and chat for a bit when I'm done playing this. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. In fact, what I might do is, because I'm going to finish playing this, I might just play some Picross while we continue chatting if people want to chat. Okay, he's gone. We can be classy again. As I say, I'll stay on stream. I'm quite happy to stay on stream and chat. What have I been streaming as of late? So I'm still streaming Final Fantasy XIV and Splatoon 2 regularly. Oh, Andre's going to leave. Love you guys. Have fun. You have fun too, Andre. Love you lots. Speak to you soon. I recently finished Bayonetta 2 on stream. I've started streaming now Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which I'm enjoying. Only done 2 sessions, so near the beginning still. I think, although actually I think about a third of the way through, because it's quite short. I'm just saying goodbye to the people that I've been playing with. Good, Andre is gone, I can come back. Is Fallen Order any good? Yes. I'm finding it a bit fiddly. Yeah, so I just need to get to grips with it, really. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. It's just, in fact, I might jump into some Salmon Run. I'm going to continue on Splatoon, but I'll just change modes. Yeah, good but fiddly is kind of what I'd say. It's quite... it kind of relies on your timing being quite good and stuff, you know, in terms of your blocking and your dodging, and I'm not quite that good, necessarily. You hope this SSD even fits? I hope so too, Hutch, because that wouldn't be good if it doesn't fit. Anyway, how have you been? Tell me how you are. How's your lockdown going? By the way, how much in total did you raise for the 26-hour stream? I raised £2,500 plus gift aid, so I'm really, really pleased. Yeah, super pleased with how much I raised. It's a really good amount. Holy shit. What? Holy shit, what? What's the holy shit? I'll send you by PayPal. No, it wasn't for me personally. It's all gone to charity. Going okay, thanks. Still working to a massive impact. Okay. What type of work is it that you do? I can't remember. I'm sure you've mentioned, is it? No, just tell me. Just tell me what type of work it is. I'm sure you've told me before, but I cannot remember for the life of me. Ah, no! Oh, that went horribly wrong. Oh, this is not a good start. Oh, mind you, I've got a roller. I hate rollers so much. That's an incredible total. Thank you. Let's be real, I'm a charity case. Yeah, but you're not in a school being homophobically, biphobically, or transphobically bullied. But thank you, yeah, it's a really good total. I'd set a target of 2,000, and I was a bit nervous that I was being overly ambitious, so to then actually go over my target was really, really, really lovely. Made me feel really pleased. You know, it made all of that effort worth it. You were in the past. I'm sure you were in the past. Lots of us were in the past, but yeah. This money's to help the kids who are being now. Oh, I understand you're typing out. Okay, you're not working, so it hasn't been you're still working, so it's pretty much the same, is how it feels. Gotcha. That makes sense. Oh god, I'm just gonna get out of here. This has got a bit crazy. By the basket. No, that does make sense. I've only been... I can't remember if you'd heard before. I was working until the end of April. But now I'm not working for 2 months, so... Which has been a bit strange. The first couple of weeks not working were... I know this is going to sound like a ridiculously first world problem, but, you know, were quite difficult. So, yeah. As I say, it feels like a first world problem to be like, oh, it's so hard not working, but still getting paid. But it has been quite difficult, because I think it was, you know, my lockdown routine was all based around, you know, well, you know, during the week, work was what was kind of giving me structure, and that structure was gone. Any idea when your charity work will continue? Not at this very moment. I think we are expecting we'll start going into schools again, we hope, in September. And even then, we think, we won't be in many schools until kind of October, November. But we shall see. Schools here are possibly going to start reopening in June. But it'll be a while until schools are kind of really up and running. And we figure they're not going to want loads of external guests for a little while. But that's also why I'm not working, is because the government has this scheme where you can have someone not working and the government will pay 80% of their salary. So it just means we're not spending all money that we've got unnecessarily. It means that the money that we have got is there ready to actually pay for our work, because the government's paying for us to stay employed during the lockdown. Crazy how much longer it takes in the UK. They're open here already. Yeah, I know, but we've been... the UK kind of has been behind everything all along. Our my brain's going to catch up with me. Our outbreak happened later, and our peak was later, and all those things. So, and even then, there are a lot of arguments at the moment about whether or not they're actually going to open on the 1st of June. So we shall see. They're only talking about opening them for only primary schools, and they're only talking about opening them for 3 different year groups. I think secondary schools for 1 year group. Yeah, but like by 2 weeks, not months. Yeah, I know. But yeah, there's a big argument going on at the moment about whether or not they'll even open in June. So lots of people are really nervous about it. Lots of teachers are nervous about it. Lots of parents are nervous about it. But we'll see what happens. It sounds like they might do this now. It sounds like they might open them. Well, say that schools can open if they feel ready to open, because not every school feels ready yet. And they might say parents don't have to go. Don't have to send their children. Oh, and use it as a way of kind of just gradually getting them open, but we'll see. I think explained to you how they did it here, didn't I? Possibly, but I can't remember. I'll probably remember if you tell me. Oh. There we go. Cool. I will look at what you've written in one moment. Shit. I didn't manage to break it. There we go. Oh, I love Summer Run. Years 13 first, then wait 2 weeks, then the rest of secondary, then wait 2 weeks, then elementary. But every single class is split in 2. Half go in, half online. They switch every 2 weeks, disinfecting. Okay. Wow, that sounds quite full on. Been working pretty well. Well, that's good to hear. It's good to hear it's working well. Oh, 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 oh. Gotta get these eggs in the basket. Jesus, here we go. Oh, hello to everyone who's watching. So lovely to have so many of you watching on stream with me. Playing some Salmon Run. We had some private battles earlier with the NintenMau5 and Friends server. Ugh. But we're over and done with those now, so I'm playing some Salmon Run. Enjoying that. I do like Salmon Run. It's such a fun mode, if a bit hectic and stressy sometimes. At the upper end especially. But we appear to be doing pretty well as a group on this Salmon Run, so yes. Oh no, if someone can get me, I can get this in. No, they can't get me. Fine. But yeah, I'm going to stream for a bit longer. We'll see how much longer I want to. Ugh, I've got a roller. I thought realistically infections would have to go up when schools are open, but they've been falling. We're like 7 a day now. Yeah, there have been some really interesting studies that they think there's still this question about what extent children are passing the infection on, and you know there are some studies that suggest it might be quite low, but no one's quite sure because it's a new virus. So, so we shall see. It would be helpful if we definitively knew the answer to that. Then it would make things a lot easier. Only 3 left in intensive care in the country. Wow. I think we've just gone under. We've got fewer than 10,000 people in hospital with it now, which is, it's going down. It'd be nice. Obviously, it'd be nice for it to be going down quicker. But at least going down is better than going up, for starters. Oh, 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 oh. Ah, fuck. How many of your friends have been significantly impacted by lockdown? Not many of my friends have, to be honest. Actually, I don't remember. I've got one of my friends has her mum is shielding, so you know it's in a particularly vulnerable group and just can't leave at all, and so I know she's been quite anxious about it. Yeah, I mean in general everyone's just kind of plodding along. And most of us, me and all my friends, live in working jobs so we can work from home. So we have a family friend who was massively impacted. Lives in Milan, says that. Yeah, I can imagine like living in Italy must have been really, you know, they obviously had such an extreme outbreak. And living in that northern part of Italy must just have been so hard to live through. I think me and my friends as well have been quite good at telling each other that it's okay to be struggling, and it's okay to, you know, whenever any of us voice that we're struggling, that we're finding things tough, that we're not having a productive day. You know, one friend in particular I can think of is really good at, he's just really good at reminding me, like, it's okay not to be productive. It's a global pandemic. We're going to have days when we're not productive in a global pandemic, and that's not something we should beat ourselves up about at all. Which, you know, is a really healthy attitude. Oh, I've got the fucking roller again. She had sorts of eating dog food at one point. Oh. No money left. Government agencies closed. Local food not properly restocked. Flour at 20 euros per kilo. Jesus. Oh. That sounds really horrendous. This is not going terribly well. Not a good start. No, no. Shit. That has definitely not been a good start. Fine, fine, fine. I need to get some actual fucking golden eggs. Oh, shit. Oh, this run of Salmon Run is not going well. In the slightest. I hate this one. I hate Mothership. God, and there are so many of them. I'm just going to try and wipe them out. There we go. Fat. Try and get us back on an even keel. There we go, it's better. Oh god, are we even going to get there? Oh, there's a question. $13 of 14. Uh-oh. Oh, good god. It's a massive system failure / collapse. That shouldn't have happened, but they've been fucking steamrolled by this thing. Also, it's Italy, so you know, like, on day 2 of lockdown, Luxembourg had an entire department ready to deliver food to the elderly. Yeah. The UK does seem to have done pretty well on food. And delivering food to people who are shielding and things. We've worked through local councils to get it out there. But some local councils are doing better than other local councils on the looks of things. But yeah, that at least is something that the UK is seeming to do okay on. And it's good that councils and things are getting that food through, because I've seen people who can't go out just finding it impossible to get food delivered. Even though they can go on priority lists at all the supermarkets for deliveries, they just can't get slots. Yeah, here it's all being centrally coordinated. I think there's a mixture of both, as I understand it. Like, there's some central stuff and there's some local authority stuff. And the government recruited like 300,000 volunteers who are also helping with delivering food and stuff, so... Yeah, the government's been giving a lot of money to local councils, you know, so that they can provide the support they need to provide. It's just giving them lots of extra money. It's the most sensible way, you know, give the money to them, and they have the infrastructure and services on the ground that mean they can get stuff up and running more quickly in their area than central government would necessarily be able to, is like the theory. Oh, bejesus. I'm going to try and clear this out a bit, because this is a bit of a mess. Ouch. I think the impact on mental health is important. It's a really important one. It's going to be so severe that, you know... It's just, yeah. There are going to be so many people who need support to process all of this. You know, we're going to see such a spike in anxiety and depression and all sorts. I don't doubt it. Shitballs. Shit. I need to get this, whatever it's called, flying one, or we're going to be in trouble. I can't remember what it's called. Why can I not remember what it's called? Shit, we've not got any eggs yet. There we go. Here we go. We're off and rolling at last. Oh, fuck. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's see if we can bring Moors in here. Okay, here comes Moors. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Perfect. Oh, fuck. This is going badly. Someone can get me. There we go. There we go. Oh, shit, shit, shit. Ah! Really need to get these guys. Okay. I'm going to try and get the ones that are using the ranged weapons on us. Because this shit is not helping us. Okay, there we go. That's going to help. Oh no, I'm the only one left alive! Oh, fuck. I think we can make the world a better place as we rebuild. I think we can make the world a greener place as well. You know, we've got like... It's like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's really interesting as well. My husband was talking to me about... He was on the phone to... one of his local hospitals for his constituency, and I'm going to put this back into... In fact, I'm just going to close that. They were telling him about... Oh, and I think it was, and I think to the clinical commissioning group for his area, who are in charge of like commissioning GP services and things. And they were telling him about some of the things they've put in place in order to do things in a socially distanced way. And they've been measuring some of these things, and they seem to be more efficient for the health service, and patients actually seem to prefer them. So they're going to do these things. What have I been drinking? Diet Coke. So they're going to do, you know, they're going to keep some of these things in place when they come out of all of this, because like if they found more efficient ways of doing things that people actually prefer, then that's really sensible. Like, let's keep doing that. Do things in our health service that people like, that are efficient and effective. You legit looked a bit drunk there. Okay, fine. Oh, the NHS absolutely does need reform. I'm absolutely with you. Too many people see it like some kind of sacred cow and want to pretend it's perfect and wonderful, but like it's really not. It's got a lot of problems that need sorting out. And the sooner that we have a public that's willing to accept that we need to change things about our health service, the better. Do you mind asking how I got involved with diversity role models? Were you driven based on your experiences growing up? Yeah, I was absolutely driven based on my experiences growing up. So my first actual involvement with diversity role models was as a donor. I think I read about them in Attitude magazine. So diversity role models won an Attitude Award many years ago now. I think that's probably how I heard about them. My brain's going to catch up with me. And at the time, I went to see if I could volunteer, but they weren't accepting volunteers because they were really tiny. And they had enough volunteers and they didn't need more volunteers to go into schools. So it was like, fine, so I became a donor. Followed them on Twitter, and then when I saw they had a job, I was like, fine, cool. But yeah, I find them really interesting. It took me a very long time to accept that I was bullied at school. Like, for the longest time, I would have accepted other words. Like, if someone said to me, I'd have had no problem saying I was teased or I was made fun of, all these other things, but it took me the longest time to accept that it was actually bullying. Yeah, so I mean, like, I was really unhappy as a teenager. And it's undoubtedly when I first developed, first had depression. So it's, speaking mental health, it's done its damage, and I'm still living with the consequences. So, we're gonna have to manage that. Yeah, and it's interesting you, Hutch, talking about the way that you pay for things. And yeah, there has to be a discussion about... I don't know, I find it really interesting because, everyone's goes on and on and on about how we should never you know, you can't privatise the NHS, and isn't this awful? You know, and the NHS must always be free. I mean, I think the NHS should always be accessible. And then it's really interesting to see all the people who say, at the moment, are saying, you know, who are the people who say we should never have to pay for healthcare apart from through taxation. But at the same time, are people who are now saying, well, why is Germany's healthcare system doing so much better than our healthcare system is doing? And it's like they've got a totally different way of paying for it. Like we can have that discussion if you want, but like you need to accept that there might be different ways of paying for it. Arg. You're with me there, yeah. Well, and also I think there's this real issue endlessly in the UK with we've got a really big problem with people going to accident emergency when they just don't need to. It's a really, really big issue for the NHS. And one, we need to help people understand that these things cost money. And I don't necessarily know whether literally charging something is the answer, or, you know, at least kind of like almost like you could give someone at the end of their trip to A&E, you could give someone a bill that they're not paying even, that says, you know, this is how much you've cost the NHS today by coming to A&E, and try and help people think about, like, do I need to go, is this something I should be going to A&E for, or is this something where I should be waiting and getting an appointment with my GP and speaking to them, you know, and having a less expensive form of healthcare, because I don't need this very expensive form of healthcare that's there for the most serious cases. And my brain was going to catch up with me again. But then, you know, the thing that has to go alongside that is making it easier to get an appointment to see a GP. Which I think is absolutely something that we're going to have after lockdown. You know, it's going to be far easier to get an appointment with your GP because so many more people have now got used to speaking to their GP, you know, having a phone consultation or having a video consultation or things. You know, there are much better ways of doing things that mean that people can access GPs, that mean that GPs can provide you out of hours services, you know, so if it's not, you know, so if it's not their opening hours, you can get some, you know, there's a service that's providing that support for you, so that if it's, you know, 3 o'clock in the morning, you can get a GP's appointment there and then, and speak to someone, which means that you don't have to go to A&E, which means you don't put that strain on things. And it's something that we've not really done much of in the UK that I think is taking off very quickly because we've not been allowed to go and see our GPs face to face. We're suddenly having to do everything digitally. And that's really positive. I mean, like, I've seen the difference as well, because my doctor's surgery will suddenly, it's much easier for me to get my prescription renewed online. I don't have to spend ages on the phone with them. I pressed 3 buttons on my phone on Monday, and 3 hours later I just got a notification saying my prescription has been sent to my pharmacy and is going to be ready for me to pick up whenever I want to go and pick it up now. Which I will do tomorrow because I need to not run out of the pills, but I always like to request it a week before because you never know if something's going to take longer than expected. A friend of yours in the UK is waiting 6 months for his back surgery appointment. Now it's been cancelled because of COVID. I know, yeah. I mean, that's like, ish. I so feel for all the people who've had stuff cancelled. It's a real frustration. Went in, got diagnosed, surgery 2 months later. Yeah. 2 days later. Wow. I mean, that would be amazing. But yeah, and now there's this problem. One of the reasons they dropped, I don't know if you know, we'd had the slogan that we had was stay at home, protect the NHS, save lives. And And they've changed the slogan recently, which, you know, has been controversial, but fine. It's a slogan. It's, you know. But one of the things they did in changing the slogan was they took out the bit about protecting the NHS, because they're actually worried, like... they're really worried that the point of lockdown was meant to be to stop the NHS getting overloaded. And now the NHS is significantly under capacity. It's doing much less than it would normally do. And that means there are lots of people who need healthcare who are not going and getting the healthcare that they need. Whether that's, you know, the heart condition that they're worried about, or, you know, the lump that they found that should be being checked out. There's all this stuff that should be getting picked up that's not currently getting picked up. And all of these day surgeries and things that have been cancelled that possibly could have continued, and be it due to funding issues, government-wise, or otherwise people misuse A&E. Yeah, that's, as I say, and that's, like, to me, it seems to be one of the well, so the big issue, as I understand it, facing the UK's healthcare system is that people go for emergency healthcare rather than accessing primary healthcare. And some of that is to do with historically the way that GPs contracts were set up, and how easy it is to get care outside of hours with GPs. Some of that is to do with, you know, the NHS's telephone service 111 is, like, notorious for telling you that you should go to A&E all of the time. It's just like the moment you say, "Oh, I've got a temperature," if you call them, they tell you that you have to go to A&E. Whereas it's like, actually, if you could speak to a doctor, a GP, the GP would probably say you don't need to go to A&E. Because the GP could ask you more questions and make a proper clinical call rather than the telephone operator. And then there are just people who go to A&E for the most ridiculous things that they clearly did not need to go to A&E for. Yeah, the NHS is pretty centralised. Well, it is and it isn't. It's really fascinating. Here it's mostly private doctors that just bill the health service. Okay. Oh, right, I think I'm giving up on Salmon Run because I'm not doing very well. Yeah, it's mostly centralised in the UK. But then there are things like GPs. GPs are all technically private doctors, but paid at NHS rates. Hey Delta, where's your brother? I wanted to show Max on stream. Where's he gone? Maximus? Where's he gone? Okay. You like centralisation usually, but the way the NHS is set up, it just doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, I mean, like, the NHS is just a mess. But it's like the national religion, and people need to accept that there are problems with it. And that it's not perfect, and that there might be better ways of doing it. And until people are willing to accept that, we're just going to start going round and round in circles. If I had this conversation with my boyfriend, he'd be lynching me. Well, yeah, I'm not the type of person who shies away from issues. And yeah, as you say, there are issues with all sorts of things. Social services, there are definitely issues with. There are all sorts of things that need reforming in British society. And it's just like, people are just so reluctant to reform them. Anyway, this has been... We've had politics, we've had healthcare, we've had intellectualism, but I think I'm going to bring things to a close because it's 10 o'clock here now, so I'm going to kind of start winding down. Thank you, everyone, for joining. It's been a pleasure. I'm back tomorrow at 4 p.m. UK time when I'm going to be streaming more Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I love how we agree on this was very unexpected on both sides. I think, like, yes, a bit unexpected on both sides, to be true. But I think you're right. I think that because the UK has a form of healthcare that's entirely free at the point of use, it gives UK people a very different perspective from people outside the UK. And they think the only alternative is, lots of people think the only alternative is an American system, which obviously is horrendous, but there are lots of alternatives. It's not a binary choice between UK and America when it comes to healthcare. But yeah, thank you so much. If you don't follow already, it'd be lovely to have you follow. You'll also be very welcome to join the Discord. Kind of trying to build the Discord up a bit. How long am I streaming for? Tomorrow, I'm streaming for 2 hours is the plan. So that's going to be that. And then after that, I stream again on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So you can catch me the next few days. See it all on my Twitch profile page. If you're going to have a look there, it gives the whole schedule. So do take a look. Thank you, everyone. And I hope you all have really good evenings, whatever you've got planned. Bye-bye.